Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible to you all? Yes. Oh, क्या question? Thank you. Yes, Shubhankar. All right. Yes. Okay. So what we have done in the last session, are we done with the concept of abstract class and inheritance? Yes, students, are we done with the concept of abstract class and inheritance? Yes, students, can you hear me? Yes, students, please revert back if you are clear with the concept of abstract classes and inheritance, so that we can move further to the next topics. Yes, please. So I had made the previous post in the worksheet available to you. Have you seen that? Have you checked that? Yes, anybody? Yes, please respond. So today we are going to start with the concept of exception handling. Does anyone know what is exception handling? Anybody? Yes, anyone? Yes, divide by 0. Okay, so we are going to start with exception handling, but before that we should know what is an exception. So basically an exception is a segmentation fault. So exception is something like error which happens at runtime. Okay, when you execute the program, when there appears a error, we call it an error or an exception. Okay, so basically what exception handling does, it helps in the normal execution of a program. Normal execution of the program. But sometimes the exception is okay. So some kind of exceptions, like you all have said that segmentation fault, divide by zero, arithmetic interruption, class not found exception, IO exception, all these kind of exceptions are there. Okay, so for example, if we take different statements over here, so will this these all the statements will execute or not? Yes, anyone? So basically, at statement 4, the exception occurs. Okay, at statement 4, the exception occurs and it won't be able to execute further. It won't be able to uh, execute the program after this statement. The rest of the statements will provide the result, but after statement number 4, the statement 5 will not be executed because of the exception at this point. Clear? So how we can classify the Java exception classes? So basically Java exception classes are based on the some hierarchy. The throwable class is the root class of the Java exception. After that, we have exception over here, and the second form is error over here. So in exception, we have different kind of exceptions. Like you have said, there is if exception, then SQL exception, and runtime exception, and so on. On the other hand, errors can be, what kind of errors can be there? Stack overflow, virtual machine error, okay, or out of memory errors. So basically, the main or the root class is throwable class. After that, we have exception and error under it. After then, exception will have many types of exceptions in it, like IO, SQL, runtime, and so on. And different types of errors which are linked to it are which are present during the runtime. Okay, these are stack overflow, virtual machine error, out of memory errors, and so on. So whenever these types of exceptions or errors occur, we need something to handle those exceptions. So basically, the exceptions are divided into three types. Okay, basically there are three types of exceptions. One is checked exception, next is unchecked exception, and third is the error. So can anyone tell me what is the difference between these three? Anyone? Okay, it checked the ones the developer is aware of. Yes. Okay, so basically, the check has implemented handlers for them. Okay, so basically, the checked exceptions are the one which directly inherit this throwable class. Okay, it doesn't have to check other exceptions like IO exception, SQL exception, or the errors like Stack Overflow and virtual machine errors. It directly access this throwable exception या throwable class during the runtime exception. Okay, next आती है आपकी what is unchecked exception. So basically unchecked exceptions क्या है, which inherit runtime exceptions are known as the unchecked exceptions. तो unchecked exceptions basically आपकी कब arrive होंगी? Any idea? It arrives at the runtime, but what type of exceptions are these? For example, we have arithmetic exceptions. What else? Null pointer exceptions. So all these kind of exceptions are the unchecked exceptions. And what is an error? Okay, so just tell me, exceptions can be corrected. Can exceptions be corrected? Yes. Okay. So errors are the one which are irrecoverable. ठीक है, हम एरर्स को क्या कर सकते हैं, रिकवर नहीं कर सकते हैं. वेदर जो एक्सेप्शन है आपकी वो क्या है, रिकवरेबल होती हैं, वी कैन recover those exceptions. So checked and unchecked exceptions can be recovered while the errors are irrecoverable. All right. So there are 5 keywords which are used to which are used to handle the exceptions. So what are those? Yes, anyone? Try, catch. Hello, am I audible? Yes, Shubhankar, am I audible now? Yes, okay. So what I was telling that we have 5 keywords for exception handling. So first one is try, then catch, then finally, yes, then throw, and last. All right. So what are these blocks means basically? So what does try block means? Try block is basically used to it provides the block of code to be tested for errors while the code is being executed, or you can say it is used to specify a block where we should place the exception code. ठीक है, इस ब्लॉक के अंदर जो भी हमारा एक्सेप्शन के लिए कोड यूज होगा दैट इज प्लेस्ड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर ट्राई ब्लॉक. So it is either followed by the catch block or the final block. All right, so we cannot use this try block alone. It always needs either the catch block or the finally block. Okay, next is the catch block. So what catch block does, the catch block is used to handle the exception. The exception present over here. Okay, so exception code is present in the try block. The catch block is used to handle that exception which is present in the try block. It should always be preceded by the try block. Catch fetch alone, it should carry exception code from the try block. All right, and later it will be followed by this finally block. Yes, is it clear? Yes, students, am I audible or not? Yes, Shubhankar, am I audible to you all or not? Yes, yes, okay. Okay, so where were we? I was telling you that catch block, like try block, it should always be followed by catch block or finally. Similarly, the catch block should be preceded by try block and final and after succeeded by the finally block. Okay, so what does finally block do? So the finally block is used to execute the program. It is executed whether an exception is handled or not. Finally block will always execute the program whether the try and catch block will throw. Hello. Yes, Shubhankar. Can you hear me now? Okay, I will explain it. Okay. So basically what I was trying to say that the try block is there in which the exception code is present. Okay. So the catch block we carry or we the try block will be followed by the catch block so that the exception which is present in the try block can be handled. And after that the finally block is there. So the finally block is used to execute the important code. Okay, the important code of the program. So why it is known as the important code? Whether the exception that is present in the try block is handled or not. ठीक है, जो exception try block में आई है वो handle हो या ना हो, the finally block will execute the rest of the code. ठीक है, वो code execute करेगा ही apart from the exception. Is it clear? हाँ जी, is it clear now? Okay, it's like the mandatory code. Yeah, you can see that it will execute or it is executed whether an exception is handled or not. ठीक है, रिजल्ट कुछ भी हो लेकिन ये क्या करेगा, जो भी आपने कोड लिखा होगा या चाहे हो या उसको कैच ब्लॉक में हैंडल हुआ है या नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन स्टिल द फाइनली ब्लॉक विल एग्जीक्यूट दैट कोड. क्लियर? ओके. Throw block. So what does throw block do? The throw keyword is used to throw an exception. When we intentionally throw an exception, okay, so that is present in the throw block. And what does throws do? Throws keyword is used to declare those exceptions. All right. It doesn't throw an exception. It specifies that there may be an exception in the method, and it is always used for the method signature. Throw क्या करेगा आपका? ये exception throw करेगा. Alright, we intentionally put an exception. But on the other hand, throws keyword is used to declare those exceptions and it doesn't throw exception. It doesn't forcefully throw an exception. Hanji, is it clear to you? Yes, students, is it clear? Okay, all right, Shubhankar. So let's try out the syntax of the try and catch block. How try and catch block is used. Okay, all right. So this is the basic syntax of the try and catch block. So what happens in this syntax is, firstly, try block में क्या है? Block of code to try. ठीक है? Here comes the exception. Then catch exception E. This block is used to handle the error present in the try block. After catch block, we use the finally, then throw and throws. Got that? Yes, can you hear me? Yes, ma'am. Okay, 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 okay. All right. So let me just explain how we can implement that. Okay, let me share my screen with you. All right. Let me share my screen with you and I'll explain the example to you how it is done. Okay. Are you able to stream my screen? Yes, please acknowledge if you are able to see my screen. Yes, all right. So we have done over here. So this is our okay. So basically this is the exception. We have a public class main over here. Okay, this is the main class. Then public started void main strings. Okay, then there is an array present over here. Okay, we have defined or declared an array int my numbers is equal to 1, 2, 3. Can anyone tell me how many numbers are there? What is the length of the array? Yes. What is the length of the array? 3. All right. So it is asking to print my numbers 10. So here the defined length is 10. So can it fulfill that? Will it be able to fulfill the request or print the 10 numbers? No. So that's why here an exception occurs in the thread main.java.lang, that is array index out of bounds. What is the exception over here? Array index out of bounds, that is 10, because we haven't defined 10 over here. All right. So this is the basic exception. Yes, clear? Yes, students, clear? Yes. Hello. Yes, is it clear to you? All right. So let me just share my screen again and to tell you how the catch block works. Okay. So this is the try and catch block. So what happens over here is we have defined the main class and then public static void main string arguments, then the try block. What happens in the try block is executing this. Try block has this exception code. Okay, and we have already seen the exception that there is an exception of array index out of bounds. Then we applied the catch block, that is catch exceptions E, and it prints something went wrong, and here it's the result. All right. Yes, please acknowledge. Did you understand how the try and catch block works? Yes, students, understood the concept or not? Hello. Yes, anyone? Are you able to hear me? Yes, students. Yes, students, can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Yes, audible now? Okay, okay, all right. So, did you see my screen when I applied the try and catch block? Yes, would you be able to see my screen when I applied the try and catch block? Yes, Shubhankar, please acknowledge. No. Okay, yes, MD, no. Okay, just a moment. I'll share my screen again and let me explain you the try and catch block once again. All right? Okay. Would you be able to see my screen? Yes. Okay, yes. Okay. I'm again showing you the try block. Okay. So this is the basic try block. What we have done over here, there is a main class and then we have an array over here. Okay, so nth my numbers is equal to 1, 2, 3 and we have only 3 numbers. But what it tries to print is my numbers 10. Okay, the length of the array is 10, which is not present. So it puts an exception in thread, that is the array index out of bounds. Okay, the exception name is array index out of bounds at myClass.main. So to handle this situation in the try block, or to handle the this error in the try block, we use the catch block. So here is the catch block. What we do is, after the try block completes, we write the catch block. So in the catch block, the syntax I have already told you. The catch block exception E, then it will print something went wrong. So basically, it will gives the statement over this like this: something went wrong. Here, so there was an exception, that is array index out of bounds, and then the catch block handles that exception by writing something went wrong. Yes, someone message. Okay, what does E mean? E is used for the exception. It is in the syntax. Exception E. All right. Okay. So after exception. Okay. So after exception block, I told you about the finally block. Is the instance of the exception class. Yes. Okay. So after the catch block, we have a finally block. So finally keyword, as I told you, that it lets you execute the code even after the try and catch block has an exception. Okay, it will show the result to you. So here we have already seen the the try and the catch block, and then after the finally block will execute this statement. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Okay, so the finally block will execute this statement, or will print this statement, that the try catch is finished. So once the try block has put an exception over here for that is array index out of bounds, catch block handled exception by saying something went wrong, and then finally blocks said that the try and catch block is finished. All right, are you clear? Yes, clear. Yes, students, are you clear about the concept? Yes, Shubhankar, can you hear me? Yes, okay. Okay. Anything else you would like to know about the try, catch, and the finally block? Yes. Sanjay Bache, you are clear about this or not? All right. So I'm giving you a question to try this block, the try catch block. So do it. Okay. Just try this question, and then someone will share his or her screen. All right. Then we'll move forward to the throw block. Yes, any student have performed this? Yes, any student has performed this? Okay, Shubhankar. Just share your screen with me. Okay, what you have done, just explain. Okay, try to answer some more
यस मैम
questions.
मैम एक्चुअली
Yes.
सबसे पहले मैंने टाइप ब्लॉक बनाया. उसके अंदर मैंने
Hmm. Hmm.
एक डिवाइड बाय जीरो की एक्सेप्शन जो ऑब्वियसली आता है उसमें मैंने एक 2/0 डिवाइड कर दिया, जिससे मेरे को पता है कि
Okay.
एक्सेप्शन आना है, अर्थमेटिक
Hmm.
एक्सेप्शन आना है. तो मैंने उसे टाइप ब्लॉक
Okay.
के अंदर रख दिया था कि मेरे को पता है कि यहाँ पे कोई एक्सेप्शन आएगा. तो अब
Hmm.
कोई भी एक्सेप्शन आया तो
Hmm.
मैंने यहाँ पे जो एक्सेप्शन क्लास है उसे कर दिया. तो अगर कोई भी
Hmm.
मोस्ट एक्सेप्शन आता है, चाहे वो अर्थमेटिक हो या जो भी हो, तो वो एक्सेप्शन क्लास में कैच कर लिया जाएगा, क्योंकि दूसरा कैच में बनाया
Okay.
नहीं. उसके बाद
Hmm.
सिंपली उसे वो आउटपुट कर देगा कि जो एक्सेप्शन हमें यहाँ से रिट्रीव हुआ एज अ पैरामीटर, वो हम यहाँ पे, सॉरी
Hmm.
आर्गुमेंट, वो यहाँ पे हम पास करके प्रिंट करा दे रहे हैं कि दिस इज द एक्सेप्शन विच इज बीइंग हैंडल्ड बाय दिस कैच ब्लॉक. और उसके बाद जैसे
Okay.
ये कोड खत्म होता है तो फाइनली मैं यहाँ पे प्रिंट कराता हूँ कि कोड हैज बीन एक्सिक्यूटेड.
Okay. Okay. Okay, done. Okay. So I guess everyone has well understood the concept of what is an exception, what is try, catch, and final block. So in the next session, we will be doing the throw and throws block, and we'll check some more examples over it. Okay. Regarding this exception handling. Fine. Yes. Any doubt in this or in these question in this question I have given to you? Okay. Thank you so much. You can leave the session now.